Good morning, welcome back to Breakfast Television. The Chevrolet Hockey Helmet Program makes sure that when kids are starting out in hockey, they have the most essential piece of safety equipment. Here with a look at the importance of that helmet is two people who see it from very different angles. Concussion expert Dr. Charles Tator, and we also got the two-time Olympic gold medal hockey winner, Cassie Campbell-Pascall. Let's start with the concussion, Doc. What exactly happens to a kid when they have a concussion?
Well, what happens is that there's a temporary alteration of mental functioning, either a headache or dizziness or drowsiness or irritability, a whole bunch of symptoms, but fortunately temporary. And most kids get over it within a day or two.
Okay.
But sometimes it lingers, and those are the ones we worry about a little bit more.
And what role does the helmet play? How big a role does the helmet play, I should
Well,
say?
helmets are marvelous for preventing more serious brain injuries like tearing of the brain or a blood clot in the brain. But unfortunately, the helmet doesn't really prevent concussion. So for preventing concussion, we have to do other things. We have to make sure the coaching is perfect. We have to make sure the referee is clued in. We have to get rid of illegal play.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of strategies to reduce concussions in hockey.
And it starts though with the helmet. So Cassie, how are we getting helmets to little kids who are starting in hockey?
Yeah, it's free, if you can imagine that. There's not much free nowadays.
Hockey's expensive enough as it is, moms and dads.
Yeah, well, Chevrolet started a program back in 1999 called Chevrolet Safe and Fun Hockey, and we've now evolved to this hockey helmet program. And basically, you go to safeandfunhockey.ca.
Yep.
In a roundabout way, you get this coupon, and you end up taking your kid to a Sport Check store where you'll get a properly fitted helmet. You have to be a 5-year-old boy or girl.
Yep.
Boy or girl is great. And 2009, so registered in a minor hockey association, and you get this Bauer helmet, which is pretty much top of the line for kids, and it's properly fitted. And that's a great start, especially for first-time parents, which usually have a child who's about 5 years old, right? First-time hockey parents, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You gets them going and gets them going in the right direction. So I want to ask, the doctor was talking about players on the ice understanding a concussion. Did you go through training? Did they tell you what to look for if you've been concussed when you were playing for Canada?
I mean, by the time I got to an elite level, that's sort of when concussions sort of became, I don't want to say popular, but that's when we started to hear more awareness and we understood what they were. And, you know, playing with the national team, you had doctors. Growing up playing, I never even knew what a concussion was. And I unfortunately had a severe concussion in 2004 and was out for about 7 months, and it ended up being a neck injury as well, which was part of the problem.
Wow.
But, I just think the awareness of it, and for me, this isn't a hockey problem. I don't want parents at home saying, I don't want to put my kid in hockey because of concussions. I think this is an awareness issue, and I think we're using hockey because we're Canadians and we're proud and we love the game. We're using it along with Chevrolet to help make sure that it's a safe environment for kids, and hopefully this trickles down to other sports and other aspects of people's lives.
Let me ask you, before I let you go, Doc, what I should look for when my young skater gets off the ice. What should I be looking for if I think they've got a concussion?
Well, really young kids will even have a stomach ache. Older kids will have a headache, or they'll feel dizzy, or they may not be speaking properly. They may use words incorrectly or be disoriented. And then, of course, if it's more severe, you may see vomiting and sensitivity to light and irritability. So there's a whole bunch of symptoms, and awareness is so important because we want parents especially to check for all of those symptoms that I just mentioned and take the kid to a doctor if you suspect that there is a concussion. So that is the modern way of treating this. We used to not be so concerned about it, but we now feel that every kid who's concussed should actually see a doctor, and that should be as soon as possible.
All right, so there's the things for you, moms and dads. Watch for those warning signs. Make sure they go to the Emerge if you see any of those warning signs, and most importantly, start them off on the right way, which is a perfectly fitted, brand new hockey helmet, which doesn't hurt that it's free, which is nice. Going to take a break. There's plenty still to come today on BT.
BT Health is brought to you by Sindan Group of Pharmacies, a comprehensive approach to wellness.